Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH BaHashem, YAHAWASHI BaHashem, Rakwak Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as the speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakaw coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, I want to go into this verse right here, Galatians chapter 5 verse 20, where it says idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, slakia, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies. And the context to this is verse 19 says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these, and then it goes into all of them, which verse 20 is just some of them. Now, one of the things I want to get into is one of these things that's listed in the thing. Okay, so over here we have let me just go back. With this witchcraft, it says
Strong's G 5331
pharmakia, and this is the thing that's basically similar to pharmaceutical, pharmacy, and stuff like that. That's basically apparently the root word about it. And this is the thing that I kind of feel is because I basically did a lesson on this, and it's and I want to do a part 2 kind of where I'm going more into it, because this type of stuff is like it's basically ingrained, and oftentimes you might not catch this type of stuff all the time, but it's definitely like through the spirit that the YAHAWAH connects these dots and stuff like that. So let's actually get into the definition of witchcraft, or what witchcraft means in, or how they're using this term. So the first definition, the biblical usage, is the use or the administering of drugs, poisoning, sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry, and fostered by it, the deceptions and seductions of idolatry. And the thing here is that, one of the things that you will take note of is that, yes, one of the definition is sorcery, magical arts, but another one is the use and administering of drugs. So basically, if you're taking drugs, like that's basically sorcery. Now, one of the things that I will say now is that, yes, I mean, it's kind of a slippery slope, I guess, because obviously there's medicine, and quote unquote medicine. I say quote unquote medicine, but because we can't see me saying quote unquote, but quote unquote medicine, because obviously, yeah, people sometimes need medicine, quote unquote, for certain sicknesses, ailments, or whatever. And the thing about that is that, and I talked about this before, which is that, say you have a pain in your hand, you take a quote unquote medicine, and then now your eye suddenly starts to hurt, and you have some side effects from the quote unquote medicine, that it resolves the symptoms of the hand injury, but something happens to your eye now. So as a result of that, that is why this is that witchcraft. This is wicked. This is evil, because it's not meant to cure you. It's not meant to help us and stuff like that. It's meant to put us in a perpetual state of sickness. Okay, it's kind of like I was gonna say something else, but I guess the issue is that I'm not allowed to use this verse anymore, because YouTube's gonna take the video down, as is what I said. But it's continuing on, which is very sad that I'm actually locked out of using thing because they said, oh, no medical misinformation and stuff like that. And I did get my video taken down, by the way, for doing that. So I actually can't do it. But anyway, the thing here is that, yeah, administering of drugs. And the thing about this is that it kind of ties in with the second definition, which is poisoning, because yes, we are kind of getting poisoned because none of the things here in this society is good for us. There's always some side effect. There's always something bad. There's always something that is there to, make us sick or something. Oh, they say that Mountain Dew gives you cancer or something. I don't know, what some shit like that. Coca-Cola is not good for you, and that's why I used to love drinking Mountain Dew, but I stopped. I stopped drinking it because so many people were telling me, hey, it's gonna mess with your thing or whatever. Don't do that. It's bad for you, X, Y, and Z. And like, okay, so I stopped and primarily went to what's it called, ginger ale. Thinking, oh yeah, maybe Sprite is better, maybe this, then, a third, and it's just like, well, I did learn from brothers now that just soda in general is just not good for you, but sometimes you might want a beverage or whatever, but and they taste good, of course they taste good, but again, ultimately, like, these are the things that's poisoning us and slowly killing us. And the main thing here is just that, for not just for the food, so-called food, but for the drugs and stuff like that, like what's that shit called, marijuana and other stuff like these, and the so-called medicine, quote-unquote medicine, these are basically witchcraft. Okay, and no, it's not basically, it's literally witchcraft, because it's ruining your body's, your system. You're craving this, you're doing this and the third, your X, Y, and Z, stuff like that. Your body's not normal as a result. Like, it's very sad to see the real life corruption that's going on in our bodies. All right, we wish that we could be better, do better, and all that stuff, but look at the end result of what's going on. It's like, it's like we wish that things could be better, but they just sadly can't. All right. So as a result of that, the main thing I was going here is just that, not idolatry. Witchcraft apparently encompasses more than just black magic and stuff like that, where Esau is pushing forth so much. And I'm not gonna lie, each and every single one of these things is stuff that Esau does, pushing for drugs, all right, poisoning us with not just the food, with not just the drugs, but the food as well, all right. Yes, some black magic and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too much of an expert on the black magic and stuff like that. But I do know of the metaph, the deceptions and seductions of idolatry, where what they do is they have these celebrities, okay, where the celebrities endorse certain things. They get people to agree and buy stuff and push for whatever that these celebrities say. And even commercials and stuff like that, what they do is they try to hook you in with jingles and stuff like that, and attention grabbing stuff, and whatever. Like, these things are like psychological witchcraft, all right, where I don't know if you know, Empire Today, there's that one commercial that I just have never forgotten the jingle of it. 800-588-2300 Empire Today. That is the, and I will always know that fucking jingle because I've always seen it, and it's through not just repetition, but through that jingle that they get you, they hook you in on that stuff. Even though I have not watched, television, a television ad in so long, all right, but yet I'm over here and I still remember it plenty of years ago. I don't even know when they stopped airing that commercial, but I still remember it, and so many people definitely remember. I literally seen people talk about it as well, where they say, yeah, I still remember this type of thing, this ad or whatever. Like, this is the conditioning that Esau does, pushes on us. Oh wow, even here it says medication, all right, pharmacy, by extension, magic, literally or figuratively, sorcery, witchcraft. So yes, again, as I said before, all that stuff that when it comes to witchcraft, it's not just black magic and stuff like that, which is the normal thing that people associate, but it's medication pharmacy, because medication is not supposed to help you, quote unquote medication. It's supposed to destroy you, okay? Which is why, oh my God, natural remedies is better, all right? But of course, that's all I'm going to say. And there was a literal verse on that, but I don't want to get it, so lest I get this video taken down. Slakia. Job chapter 13 verse 4, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. All right, so the thing here is that the Esau is a liar. That obviously that's just number one. That's just like water is wet or whatever. Oh my God. Next is that physicians of no value, where like you go to the doctor, you expect to get healed, but he's not healing you. He's still killing you. You expect to get healed, but nothing good is happening. Revelation 16 verse 14, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of Yahweh Almighty. And that's another thing where Esau, I think he said Esau, Elon Musk, he's trying to restore motor functions, which, that sounds nice, but what's the side effect? What's the thing? Like, what's the catch? And we don't know, we haven't heard about the side effects. We haven't heard about the downsides. All we've heard is, it's working. Everyone's saying we love it. We this and the third. It's working out well. But nah, like there's some secrets that he's hiding. He's clearly hiding a lot of stuff. All right. But that doesn't mean that YAHAWASHI didn't give him the power to be able to make these miracles happen. All right. But obviously his Esau's power is limited compared to YAHAWASHI, where when it came to YAHAWASHI, he restored a man that was a man's blindness. All right. But it did, and there was no negative side effects. There was no medication, witchcraft, and stuff like that. Let's get that. John chapter 9, verse 1. I hate when this fucking shit happens. My internet keeps on pausing. Let's go here. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sorry children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Okay, well the thing here is that they know how to make these catch-22s, these traps, and deceive the people, but they can't actually resolve and fix problems. They don't care about actually resolving and fixing problems, because that actually solving the problem doesn't make them more money. They want some stuff to put you in a cycle where you constantly need Esau Edom, rather than you always need to be on medication, you always need to do this, you always need to do that, or whatever. John chapter 9 verse 1, and as Yahawashi passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth, and his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Yahawashi answered, Neither hath this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of Yahweh should be made manifest in him. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. All right, so the thing here is that Yahawashi, he basically said, yeah, this guy, he was born blind, sure, but the thing is the fact that, you know, this I'm going to restore his sight just to demonstrate that that the power of Yahawashi is not contained, it's not limited like man's. Okay, man has to do all this stuff, and then if he does succeed, oh, look at all these side effects, adverse effects, and stuff like that. Look at all the work that he had to go through. Where with Yahawashi, verse 6, and when he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle, and he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay, and said unto him, go wash in the pool of Siloam, which is by interpretation sent. He went his way thereof and washed and came seeing. The neighbors therefore, and they which before had seen him that he was blind said, is not this he that sat and begged? Where basically you get the point. Yahawashi had just made clay. The dude he could see within the hour with ease. He didn't need no drugs, and he's not suffering any adverse effects and stuff like that. He can see his life is better now and stuff like that. So that's the difference between Yahawashi and Esau Edom. All right, Yahawashi is not trying to freaking destroy people. He wants people to be better. He wants us, more specifically the Israelites, to be healed. All right, but we have to actually work on ourselves in seeking mercy from Yahawadah. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah Ba'Hashem, Yahawashi Ba'Hashem, Rakwakwadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great most son of God, Shalom.